What's going on, folks? Welcome to another video. Codename Loveone. Please join the Odyssey channel, codename Loveone, WON, over on odyssey.com. Please help support the channel via a PayPal donation. If you value truth, then you value those bringing you the truth, and your support is always appreciated. So let's analyze the events of yesterday, the latest psyop. Some people say 3 million people attended, other people say 1 million. I think the police were saying it was like a few 100,000. Let's dissect this like an autopsy. First of all, this scumbag. Here we go.
That's who we're dealing with here. That is who we're dealing with.
Elon, to so many of the British public,
Well, there's two
who are scared to...
There's two scumbags on your screen, in fact. So the one on the right is not human. Is no longer technically human. He is almost completely taken over by AI, right? So imagine it's ChatGPT speaking to you with Elon Musk's face. For example, keep that in mind when you're listening to him speak. Now, it all sounds fantastic. Some of the things he's saying is like, oh, you shouldn't be in prison for free speech, blah, blah, blah. Whereas AI wants to completely destroy organic consciousness. Forget being imprisoned for free speech. Or AI wants to completely take you over, mate. So you don't have a single original organic thought. So you don't have any connection to source. That's where Elon fucking Musk is coming from. That's what he wants. That's where he's taking you, right? And what about this scumbag Mossad agent on the left here? Tommy Yaxley Lennon fucking rabbi. Is he an Islam fucking preacher? Who knows, mate? I've seen images of him wearing a fucking imam. Whoever the fuck, what his name was, I can't remember. One thing is clear. He's an agent of the state of Israel. Okay?
exercise their free speech. They're worried about being imprisoned. They're worried about being...
And these fucking mugs are, you know... Well, hang on. Let me just put this one out there. So the ones on the left are like, oh, you're all Nazis, Nazi scum off our streets. Meanwhile, it's interesting, isn't it? A lot of those lefties are flying Palestinian flags. I have seen some flying Israel flags. The thing is, National Zionist. Take the first two letters from the first word and the second two letters and the first two letters from the second word. What are you left with? National Zionists. Oh yeah, Nazi. That's who the Nazis are. They never went anywhere, mate. They're now the Zionists. Who is it that's renowned for committing genocide? Is it not the Nazis? On the poor Jewish nation. It's the Nazis who are committing genocide right now, blowing up buildings, burying 2-year-old boys under rubble, shooting people in the head, burying children, shooting them in the head. Who's doing that? Oh yeah, that's right. It's the IDF. Funded by the Zionists. The National Nazi. Yeah? Anyway. I watched a video a second ago. And the reason I told you that is... Look at this. I have to go to my recently viewed... Oh, God. Here we go. So this is an IDF agent, supposedly masquerading as Rebel News, Avi Yemini. This motherfucker should be... How do I say this on YouTube? Should not have the right to breathe oxygen. Okay? There you go.
Zionists are not welcome. Why? It seems like Zionists are welcome because this whole crowd is pro-Zionist. Only because people are uneducated.
So there you go. There's Avi Yemini, the IDF Israeli soldier, masquerading as a YouTube channel, Rebel News, with 919,000 subscribers, nearly 1 million. Okay, telling this guy, who is actually spot on, that Zionists aren't welcome here, including their leader, which is Tommy Robinson, a fucking Zionist, right? And then Avi Yemini's going, actually, Zionists are welcomed here. This movement is... No, mate. This movement is brain dead vaccinated. This movement doesn't know who the enemy is, folks.
Right? We should be pro-British, pro-English only. Yes.
He's spot on, mate.
Fuck Israel.
Fuck Israel.
Fuck Palestine, yeah? Rule England. This guy's pro-Israel. So everyone's... So is Tommy Robinson. I know he is, right?
We don't agree with it.
So why are you here if you don't support Tommy Robinson? Let me talk Jew, yeah? Jew. They're Zionists, Jew, not welcome Jew. Proudly a Jew. Proudly a Jew. 110 countries coming soon. England's the next country. You know England beat the Nazis. You're a Nazi, bro. I'm a Nazi for wanting to protect white people. I'm a Nazi for wanting to protect white people. Absolutely. Of course it's peaceful, but we've got infiltrators. Infiltrators? You're the infiltrators.
Right, so that lady wearing a yellow jacket clearly is part of the organisers of the protest, right? Because she's got a yellow jacket on, okay? She's just come out and said that she's a Zionist. If that doesn't scream alarm bells, folks. Now, let me just shed some light on this. You have actual Orthodox Jews coming out and denouncing Zionism, telling people that Zionism is evil and that they, as Jews, they do not support Zionism. I can find whole gatherings of Jews saying, no, we're not Zionist, we are Jews. But, you know, that's a whole separate argument. But there are literally Orthodox men saying, no, Zionism is bad, right? They're Jews, okay? So what does that tell you, folks? This lady in the yellow jacket saying she's a Zionist. This Avi Yemini is saying he's a Zionist, right? This is who you're fucking following, folks, marching around London. You are fucking demented if you attended the march knowing that Tommy Israel is a Mossad agent. Shill. Double agent, folks.
Shut your mouth,
She says, shut your mouth, and then she said, I'm a Zionist. Did you hear that, folks? This is a yellow jacket organiser of the protest, folks. Just showing you who you're following when you're waving your fucking St. George flag. I've already told you it's a small hat war flag.
Support Tommy Robinson. These are infiltrators here to make the crowd look bad.
They're called. They are. Those two guys there know the shit. Know what's up, right? They know what the score is, and they're being called infiltrators. This is how the evil turns. And this. You get called an infiltrator. You're infiltrating our movement with the truth. We don't want the truth here. We're Zionists. Let's all follow Tommy Robinson over a cliff. And the IDF soldier Avi Yemini is literally calling these guys infiltrators, mate. Who's infiltrating who here?
Chill, that's all it is. Why are you here? To see what happens. We think something major is going to happen. Terrorist attack, shooting, attacks. We're here to see what happens. We don't support robbers.
Remember their faces, guys. When the media tries to portray this crowd as racists and Nazis, it's actually just these guys who don't support Tommy Robinson.
Nazi don't mean nothing to anymore.
Yeah, like I told you, who the real Nazis are, mate. Yeah. So the title says epic fail. Neo-Nazis tried to kick me out of Tommy Robinson's rally. I've seen it, mate. I saw where they tried to kick him out. He should have got kicked out. He is one of the enemy, folks. Well, of course it depends which side you're on, mate. You know, picking sides and all that. Are you on the side of truth and love, or are you on the side of evil? It's up to you, really. You know. I would assume if you're on this channel, you're probably spying, or you're on the side of truth and love, yeah? Katie Hopkins, look at that. Another fucking shill, Zionist double agent. Over Tommy Robinson.
The tinderbox summer of protest promised by activists never truly caught flame. Instead, a slow burn of nationalism, maybe more powerful for it, and this was the culmination.
This is Sky
More than
News.
100,000 people gathering to march in central London, a sea of flags.
100,000 people, clearly more than 100,000 people.
Unite the Kingdom was the all-encompassing slogan, drawn widely enough to mean different things for different people, whether that was free speech or immigration.
Why are they coming in like that? Surely that's wrong. Why would you, I wouldn't skip on a boat and go to another country and hop off and expect to be well looked after. But apart from that, this is just United Kingdom.
Unfortunately, they always choose mental patients in the interviews, don't they, on TV news channels.
For believing, we're losing identity of our country, and somebody needs to stand and fight for it.
People may have had different reasons, but they came for the same person. At the centre of it all, the anti-Islam activist, Tommy Robinson.
Here at the front of March, Tommy Robinson's just there, thick throng of security, heavily protected, giving a lot of cheers, a lot of waves. This march extends a very, very long way behind. There's a huge number of people who've turned out today behind that man, Tommy Robinson.
None of his previous rallies had drawn a crowd this big. And what's newer too is the overt displays of Christian nationalism. When the crowd assembled, they were led in a...
Christian nationalism. Who was Christianity? You know, the Abrahamic faiths all go back to one book, folks. I'll give you a clue. It's the Talmud, or is it the Torah? One of two books, mate. Yeah.
chant of Christ as King, and then the Lord's Prayer.
Hallowed be thy name.
As the heavens opened, 4 giant screens were set up along Whitehall. Organisers said the area was completely full. When Robinson took the stage, it was more like a football match or a festival than a political rally.
We weathered the storm, and today we are the storm.
And that's not much of an exaggeration. Not when Elon Musk, the world's richest man, made a virtual appearance to back Robinson. Support for Robinson doesn't mean total agreement with him, though.
Of course Elon Musk is going to back Robinson. Who do you think Elon Musk is working for, folks? Would you like me to bring up a photo of him praying at the Wailing Wall with his small hat on? Huh?
He's talking about, he uses language sometimes, like that speech he said, traitors in Westminster. Do you agree with that?
Not necessarily, but I do think he has a good point with some of the things he has come up with, some of the things he has spoken about, the things he's got evidence with.
And it's clear that simply writing off protesters as far-right thugs doesn't really capture what's going on.